Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter, the lobster shark thing.
Lobster puppets.
The lobster of floppets. I don't know. Master of puppets. Today joined by
Tobias, Major of Macros.
and we're dressed up, and if you wonder why, it's because it's all about Carnival, but it's not happening because of COVID-19, so we're doing it ourselves. And if you want to know more about it, check out our Throwback Thursday of Hancock Hügerbeyer.
With
Today,
a short story about Carnival.
yeah, and also a fun story about some classic beer. So today we're checking out another beer we got from Beer Dome from Brent and I's big order. We got a load of great stuff again because Beer Dome gets some sick stuff on their shop. So this is a new beer from Perennial, and this is Perennial's Coffee Stout. Well, actually, it's a rebranding. So they've changed up Sump. Of course, also big thanks to Beer Dome for the beer. But they've changed up Sump. Sump is their coffee stout. It's one of the, in my mind, like benchmark coffee stout. So if you want to know what a coffee stout should taste like, Perennial Sump it is. We had a share where we tried it side by side with some different vintages where we liked the old ones more than the new changed recipe. But Brett said he recently had the new one and he loved it. But what happened with the 2020 vintage, they changed the name to Perennial Coffee Stout. I don't know if they changed the recipe completely, but what they did is that they decided to go with a different name so they didn't always have to use Sump coffee roasters.
But
So
it's a bit of a shame. I think Sump is a more catchy name
than Coffee Stout. But the thing is, this is then they can rotate it using different coffee roasters, coffee
Which is
for
also a good
different
thing.
vintages, and then maybe you could do more than one variant a year because
Yeah.
you have more coffee companies work with. But yeah, this is the first one from 2020 made with coffee from Dark Matter. Dark Matter makes amazing coffee. It was amazing. This is 2 years ago at the MBCC, they were there, and I was chatting with them, talking, having some of their coffee. It's like, fuck man, this is some of my favorite coffee. I wish we could buy it in Denmark. And they didn't really do shipping to Denmark, but they sold beans, usually at MBCC, but that year they didn't. But one of the guys there was like, or one of the girls, she was like, well, actually, wait a second. And then she just gave me a whole 500 gram bags of coffee beans because I was a big fan of them. It was so nice. So I had a big bag. It was called something with, it was like a weed reference thing. But I should actually hold everything like this. Just
Your claw.
My claw! Okay, can I touch the glass? I can. So, maybe it's going to dry. But this is 11.5% and it's made with two different coffees. One is from El Salvador, one is from Guatemala, and it says the washing, like the process of making the coffee, the cultivar, everything. So it's El Salvador Santa Petrona coffee that is bourbon cultivar, and it's washed. And the other one is Guatemala, and it's from the San Germino Miramar farm. And the cultivar is Catuai, and it's fermented with Bavarian wheat beer yeast.
What?
Yeah, you know coffee, when you wash coffee, it ferments.
Yeah.
That's how you kind of get, I think it's the what's it called, the thing that wakes you up, what's it called? Caffeine. That's how you get that to work. And they've looked, like a lot of craft coffee companies have looked at different ways of utilizing the wash. So like when you make barrel-aged coffee, it's often washed in the barrel.
Oh.
So like you put it in a bourbon barrel and you wash it in the barrel, so the kind of small fermentation happens and you get some of the bourbon flavor. I think that's roughly how you make barrel-aged coffee. But it's a cool idea. I mean, trying to ferment coffee or make the coffee with something different to produce a different flavor.
Yeah.
Cool idea, I think. And I've even seen, like, they really experiment at Dark Matter. They also make, like, coffee with hops, where they do the washing with hops. So, but yeah, it looks really nice in the glass.
That's pretty interesting.
And since it's like 12 o'clock, we had our brunch kind of thing before drinking beers. This is kind of like a tradition for Carnival, too. We usually have a breakfast stout.
Yeah.
Coffee stout of sorts, so this is fitting. And I think this might be made with lactose, isn't it, Brett?
Yeah, usually some is.
Yeah, so, but it doesn't say on the can, but it looks really nice. Very lush head on it too.
Yeah.
Nice and tan.
Pretty brown.
Yeah, and a nice thick looking Imperial. So, get away, claws. Should I try and drink it like this? Whoa. There's always so many cigarette burns on my claw, so it doesn't matter if we get some black. Whoa, it's slipping. Okay, maybe I'll try. Let's check out the aroma. Oh, it smells really nice. Very okay. I'm so afraid to drop my glass. It smells really nice. Very like big green fresh coffee bean.
Fresh coffee, yeah. Almost
very
green
chocolatey.
peppery.
Yeah. But yeah, like that's one of the things you often get in beer with coffee. You can get like that bell pepper thing.
Mm.
But I'm getting loads of chocolate, like real cocoa nibs.
Yeah.
And I think there's lactose in it. It has like a little bit of a milky or oaty sweetness too.
I think the sweetness to me is more like a coconut.
Yeah, I can see a
Sweetness.
little bit of a coconutty vibe too, but I think it's oats. I'm pretty sure there's oats in here. It reminds me of like oatmeal stout, but very awesome coffee aroma. And no trace of the 11.5% either.
Absolutely not.
It's just like a really nice smelling coffee stout. Roasty and toasty and yeah, to the sweeter side. Let's try it. Cheers and thanks to Beer Dome. Wow. Really lush.
It's a lot of coffee.
I love coffee.
Yeah.
First, favorite beverage, beer. Second favorite, coffee. So this is perfect. That's really good. Really, 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 really good coffee stuff.
Yeah.
What I love is that the coffee character is so bright and vibrant.
Yeah.
And then it has a good kick of sweetness to like balance out like the robust coffee character.
And the
It's like
aftertaste is also like
big
drinking.
coffee.
Yeah, drinking a really, really good cup of coffee.
And we had really good coffee.
Yeah.
From Shot Coffee in Rotterdam.
But I think this coffee aftertaste to me is more maybe like an espresso.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's quite intense.
And it has like that creaminess, like almost like the crema of an espresso, and it's quite intense. But I think it's also because it's paired with roasted malt.
Yeah.
But otherwise, again, like kind of that like fruity bell pepper thing I'm getting from the coffee in this one. But also I'm getting lots of chocolate or just like straight cocoa nib, like raw cocoa nib or something like that, and like big sweet oats for me on this one too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Very velvety.
The sweetness, I should say, the pepper. It has like the mixture between green pepper and then something like maybe a bit cherry.
Yeah, there's also a little bit of a black pepper to it. There's like a spice. But it also has roasty, toasty, slightly kind of burnt breadiness from the malt. Like the base beer also shines, which tastes like just like a classic like big oatmeal stout, something like that. And to me, there's also a little bit of a milky vanilla thing. And so I think there's a little bit of lactose in here, but I think they do put a little bit of a lactose in both this and like Abraxas and some of the other stuff.
It's also a good trick to
boost mouthfeel and sweetness and everything.
Yeah.
It's not a mind-blowing coffee stout, but it's really fucking good. I really enjoy it. I think this is, for me, it's definitely on par with when I've had Sub at its highest. Maybe it's also just because it's the first awesome coffee stout I have in a while, I can't say, but I'm going to go 95. I think this is fucking great. I love how bright and vibrant the coffee character is. And I like how it's not too acidic. It's like robust and also like, as you say, these fruity notes, you say cherry, but I'm also getting like, almost like like a nutty vibe, and again, like I said, raw cocoa nibs. Those kind of flavors is what I often prefer, like with dark fruit and like cherries in coffee. More so like these like bright citric tea and like tropical flavors and stuff in coffee. I prefer like the more robust flavors, and I think it has a good amount of that too. So
I think
95.
I'm gonna give it a 93. I enjoy the coffee taste in it, but to me it would have ranked a bit higher if it wasn't as toasty in the aftertaste.
I really enjoy that. I like that it tastes like a real fucking stout. And it doesn't taste like a breakfast pastry-esque thing. This tastes like a big oatmeal stout with coffee. And I'm really starting to love beers that taste like that. Like it tastes like a beer. So for me, I think it's just a plus. It's got some robustness to it and some edge. So yeah, 95. I really, really enjoyed this. It's nice. I'm really looking forward to that bottle of Abraxas now.
Hopefully it's on par.
Yeah, it's probably better.
Yeah.
Usually Abraxas is the winner, but yeah, very nice stuff, guys. If you had a chance to try the new Perennial coffee stout with dark matter coffee, let us know what you thought of it, or the new rendition of Sump. Very, very nice stuff. Crazy that we got this in Denmark. It's pretty awesome. Or in Europe, we get pretty much all the like non-barrel aged releases from Perennial now of the hype stuff, which is great. So. If you guys had it, let us know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, Twitter, and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Check out Beer Dome. And yeah, we're going to say cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.